for the coming week?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So let's get ready for that debate topic. Stella, what do you think of all this?
Pretty okay.
Yeah, kind of interesting, huh?
Maybe.
You guys, let's say that. I'm trying to say it sexy.
No. I disagree.
Okay, good.
Strongly disagree.
Okay, Stella, excellent. I strongly disagree.
Because
Yes.
people, even though they are good at learning English, like for example me, like in class, some people think like sometimes I would forget my Vietnamese thingy, but that doesn't mean I'm going to forget my culture. For culture, I like more for every single person. They love their country, and when like we forget it, it's like we reject our country, and it's not good.
Yeah.
This is also proof that I am still a Vietnamese, please.
All right, Stella, there it is. Do you agree with that, what I wrote there? I was just typing what you said.
I strongly disagree because in some situations I forget a Vietnamese grammar point and the classmates are wondering about that. But this does not mean I am losing my Vietnamese culture.
Agree?
Very agree this.
Okay. Nice. All right, let's go. Mr. Ian, let me ask you, Ian. Is the Ian there, Mr. Ian? Talk to us. Hey, Ian, for speaking English, are you the best English speaker in your class, or are there other students who are better?
I don't best.
I mean, your English it's really cute. I like when you speak English. You really think about it. Oh, but he's shooting us. Oh, no. And you're lucky your little friend Lon isn't here because he would shoot back at you or something.
Bro.
Ian shot a gun at us. He feels strongly about this topic. Yeah. Ian, do you understand this topic?
Yes.
Okay, so like if you keep studying English so much and you're like the best English speaker in class, will the other students say, oh, Ian speaks too much English, he's becoming Australian or American?
Yes.
Do you think that could happen?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Ian, just that question again. Are you the best English speaker in your class?
No.
No? Okay.
My friend is best.
Yeah. So whose English is best?
Is
Can you think of a name?
I don't know.
Okay. Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Let's ask Kevin that question. Kevin, I keep calling on you, but I never get a full answer because everyone is jumping in. Kevin, what do you think of this idea, the student who studies too much English and then they start to forget important things about Vietnamese culture or language grammar?
I think students learn too much English cannot forgot the common language because Vietnamese is their language country, so they cannot forget them. English is just the second language to help them communicate with the foreign people.
Okay. Very nice. Now, Kevin, what's interesting about you guys, you and Tom and Kelly, almost all of you guys, if your father or mother had to take your family to Los Angeles to live for 5 years, you guys could easily enter a primary or secondary school with no problems, and your English would be good enough. You could sit there in class and it would just be kind of easy for you guys, right? Because I'm listening to your English. I think you could do it. My friend Ian, another Ian, lives in Los Angeles. He works at a college and he helps students live in America. The students come from other foreign countries. He said the Vietnamese students have very small problems with making the change to an American college. He says they quickly become like the best students in class. And he says it's actually really nice to work with them because their English is excellent. They join the classes and they just quickly become like number one in class, right? So I have to say that. But I'm also thinking about what Kevin said, that English always will stay a secondary language in Vietnam to communicate with foreigners. Let's go to Tom. What do you think of all of this? All right, Tom, can you hear me? I guess Tom. Mr. Tall, are you okay, Tom?
I couldn't speak. There was something that blocked
Oh no. Hey, Tom.
me on the microphone, like for minutes, and then I told you in the chat.
Oh, in chat. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Tom. Hey, Tom, do you agree or disagree with Kevin that English will always be the second language in Vietnam? It won't change your culture or anything.
It might change our culture because lots of people have been speaking Vietnamese for the past few years. Hey, I just the fish. And it will really affect a lot of people for their communication as well.
Hey, Tom, on Vietnamese television, do they, like a commercial advertisement for some kind of thing like shampoo or coffee, do they sometimes use a little English? Oh, Tom's mic went out. Okay.
Yeah, seriously, another dumb bus. When I shut the microphone off, it won't let me open it again.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's a Zoom problem, Tom. Hey, Tom, keep talking, man. Keep talking.
No problem. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. I accidentally put on like in-house tools. I actually turned off unmute themselves and then Tom cannot talk. That's not a Zoom problem. That's my problem. So sorry.
All right. Okay. So, Tom, what do you think?
English is used worldwide, so it might be like a virus spreading everywhere in the world, since almost like everyone knew how to speak English, which is a really bad consequence that might lead to loss, and then that country will lose their language.
Yeah, Tom, there's another argument too, that if English has become this language all over the world, if your family is poor and you don't get a good education and your English isn't so good, you will continue to be poor because the other people speak this English language. This has been happening for like 200 to 300 years as French people, English people, Spanish people used to take over countries in Vietnam, you call them imperialists, like the way the French were in Vietnam. If you were a really good French speaker, you would do really well. But if your French wasn't so good, then you couldn't have the opportunities for higher education, making more money for your families. You would stay poor. So this is one of the great criticisms, you guys. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Stella, what do you think about this? Should we continue with this?
In time. Okay, yeah, very good.
Okay, you guys, here it is. I'm going to put it one more time. Okay, there it is. I'm going to put that in your homework for this week, you guys, because I think you can do it. It's a difficult topic, but your conversation here shows that at least 8 of you can fully give your debate opinion with no problems, right? So I'm kind of impressed by that. It's a difficult idea that we're talking about here, but Kelly and Tom and Kevin, Tony, Mr. Ian, Shelly, all of you guys. Let me ask Shelly. Hey, Shelly, final question because we have to get you to talk a little bit more. Shelly, are you there?
Yes.
Shelly, do you think this is a problem learning too much English?
Yes, because if we learn too much English, we forget the Vietnamese.
Okay. Very good, Shelly. This actually happened to a student I know. He's a really sweet boy. I forget his name. He was my student last year. And Roger was his name. He lived in the country outside the big cities, you guys, somewhere near Hanoi. And he said he can't speak Vietnamese anymore. And his neighbors are getting a little upset. They said, what happened to him? He's the cutest boy, Robert. He was a wonderful boy with a wonderful smile. But he said it's become a problem for him. So Shelly, that's a really good point. Now I have to talk to Peter too, because Peter, I'm sorry, I didn't call on you because I'm using another list. So Peter, are you there? Is Peter here?
Yeah.
Hey, Peter,
Yeah.
sorry I didn't call on you. You didn't show up in my main list. It's not your fault. It's just Zoom does weird things. And so I feel bad. Sorry about that, Peter. Peter, what do you think of this idea that if you're studying so much English, you'll begin to forget your Vietnamese grammar and stuff?
I think no, because English now is many where they speak and it's my nationality, so I can't forget it.
Okay. Is this all right, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good response, Peter. I don't think I would ever forget that. Yeah. Hey, how about Toby? Toby, are you there? I just remembered we need Toby too. Hey, Toby, are you there?
Yes.
Toby, you always have these great debate responses. What do you think of this whole idea that if you study too much English, you're gonna forget your Vietnamese grammar and all of that?
I think it's not matter because at least we always remember our English every day. We will not forget our Vietnamese paragraph. The way that our that just remember. I don't think they study English too much. Maybe make we forgot Vietnamese because we just remember how our how we speak Vietnamese every day.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, good, Toby. All right, Toby, I kind of wrote that for you. Not possible to forget our culture and language because they are there every day in our communications with others. English is spoken inside the classroom, but we switch back to Vietnamese when we leave the class, right? Now, this is really funny, Toby, because I was a teacher in Taiwan and there was this beautiful teenager called Angela. And she said when she was on the train, if an old woman from Taiwan said, "Can I have your seat?" Angela would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm from California. I don't speak Chinese." So she wouldn't give the old lady her seat. And one of the teachers heard this and got really angry. And then Angela said, "Well, you know, she and her friends would pretend they speak only English, you guys." So that's kind of a strange thing, huh? It's kind of not honest. It's called dishonesty. All right, so that's the best I can do, you guys. Ian's got his gun out, and so I'm afraid I'm going to get shot by Ian's gun. So let's finish class, everybody. Thank you to Mr. Tony and Kelly and Tom and Shelly and Kevin, Peter, Toby, Stella. Thank you always for your help. Thanks, Pony. Great work today. Bye-bye, Shelly. Bye-bye, Kevin.
Bye bye,
Nice.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Teacher.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
You want to answer the question?
What was it? Who is it?
Me.
Tony, what did you want to say? You already said a lot of stuff.
That is when we learn too much English, some
Yes.
people will be forget the Vietnamese and Vietnamese culture. It is the very happen because I see a people that is of Vietnamese people go to US and he learn English, so he forgets some Vietnamese. But it's a lot of.
All right, so Tony, I want you to put that in your debate video response, okay?